go as the tip is controlled by the Mavericks. Corey Rush, number 4, bringing up. Brings it over to Thayer. Thayer at the top of the key. Now back over to Whitgren. Man-to-man defense for the Broncos. Here's Thayer with it, trying to make a move on Wyatt. Shot up and no good. Rebound by Richardson. He gets it into Williams. Again, Williams' first action here in the 2008-2009 season. Looks like a zone defense. Here's a three-point shot by Richardson, no good. Taken away by Shane Wyatt, or from Shane Wyatt. Here come the Mavericks. Thayer with it. He gets it over to Crawford. Crawford can't make a move. Now back over to Crawford again. He's going to make a move on Barry, and Barry going to be called for his first foul, and the first foul on the Broncos.
Well, Brandon Williams in his first action of the regular season already, Lou, seems pretty excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm sure he's been itching to get out for a while. It's going to be triggered in by Whitgren. Whitgren now to Thayer. Thayer back over to Rush. Rush back to Thayer. Again, man-to-man defense. Looks like they're trying to lull the Broncos to sleep here. Here's a Whitgren making a move to the basket, up and good. So first 2 points scored in this game are by the Mavericks as they lead by a score of 2-0. Broncos on the attack again. Looks like a 1-2-2 zone put on by the Mavericks. Barry can't make it over to Williams. Williams back up to the top of the key. Looking around now over to Richardson. Gets it into Shane. Shane makes a pass into Keener. He can't do anything. Shot up and no good by Williams. So first shot by Brandon Williams, no good. Ball thrown out of bounds. Going to be still be the Mavericks ball. Rush tried to get it into Whitgren. Going to be triggered in by Nick Whitgren.
Well, only 2 minutes in, Lou, so you can't really say much, but the Broncos seem to be having a slow start.
Well, I'm sure Coach Rick Peckinpah is want to keep this game under the 70s. Here's a three-point shot by Whitgren, up and no good. Nice rebound. Shane Wyatt threw an elbow and knocked his own player. I hope Zach Keener's okay, but wow, that was a... Now back into Wyatt. Wyatt making a move. He lost it in the paint. Recovered by Thayer. Thayer gets it back to Rush. As I was saying earlier, I'm sure Peckinpah, Jay's wanting to keep this game under the 70s. It looks like we're going to have a substitution for the Broncos as Keener got that elbow right in the chin, looks like. He's going to be substituted for by Colin Beltic.
Sophomore.
Yeah, in the first 2 games, the Broncos played a lot of players, Jade.
They did. They were trying to see how their depth was this year, and, you know, they had a chance to do that with Williams being out. So Troy Ashley got to start then, and I'm sure he'll still get some minutes tonight, Lou.
It looks like Zach Keener got that elbow right in the lower tooth right there. So he's getting some assistance by Jeff Clevenger, the trainer. We got some blood on the floor, so officials are pointing out some as we're ready for action as Nick Whitgren's going to trigger it in for the Mavericks. He gets it into Thayer, back to Whitgren. Whitgren over to Rush. Top of the key. Again, man-to-man defense by the Broncos. Here's Rush. He gets it to Whitgren. Whitgren now with Thayer. Thayer can't make a move. Now back over to Crawford. Crawford back to Thayer. Here's a shot by Thayer. It's good. It's a three-pointer. A little unusual here, Jade, as the Broncos trail 5-0.
Definitely.
Richardson gets it over to Boltnick, and it hits the support. A three-pointer, no good. Hits the support up above the basket. Out of bounds. Maverick ball. 5:10 to go. 5-0 in favor of McCutcheon. Jade Washburn and Jeff Sweet Lulu Zatter here bringing you play-by-play action. Man-to-man defense. Thayer gets it to Rush. Rush back over to Whitgren. Whitgren trying to make a move on Richardson. Might get a 5 count there. He got him stopped. Now over to Crawford. Crawford, 5-footer, bank board up and good. So
as Scott Bunnell calls a timeout.
Then we're going to get a timeout.
He's not pleased with the
It's like a 30-second timeout called by the Broncos. We're going to, as Lafayette Jeff trailing McCutcheon Mavericks by a score of 7-0. 4:47 to go here in the first period. Broncos on the attack. Over to Barry. Barry at the top of the key. Now to Richardson. Richardson over to Barry. Barry going to take a three-pointer. Up and no good. Wyatt up with the rebound. In the paint. Up. Again no good. Rebounded by Crawford of the Mavericks. The Broncos have not been in this position before, Jade, trailing.
Not at all this season.
Almost a steal. Here's Whitgren, a shot up and no good. Rebound by Williams. He's going to take a three-pointer. No good. Rebound by Richardson. He gets it out to Barry. Barry going to make a move in the paint. Goes to the basket, up and good.
There's those acrobatics we've been talking about all season, Lou.
Yep. Jesse Barry with his first 2 points. 3:58 to go. The Broncos trail 7-2. Here's a move by Griffin. Layup up and no good. Rebounded by Barry. He loses it, but he got fouled. I think the Mavericks may not like that call, but the foul's going to be on Clint Thayer as he pushed first foul on the Mavericks. Each team has a team foul here. We got a substitution. Brady Canoy. Canoy, a 6-foot sophomore for the Mavericks. As the Broncos are on the attack, Williams crossed the half court. 1-2-2 zone by the Mavericks. Williams with a three-pointer up and no good. Rebounded by Thayer. Thayer now over to Rush. He crosses the timeline. Pass over to Thayer, and he wasn't looking for it. Thayer trying to make a move on Shane Wyatt. Here's a shot up by Rush. Up and no good. Rebounded. What a rebound there by Crawford, and he gets the putback. 4 points now for Crawford. 9-2. We got a full timeout called by Coach Bunnell, so we're going to take a 1-minute timeout here. You're listening to Bronco Basketball on Jeff 92.
Mavericks have been playing very well defensively.
Yep, they're just limiting the Broncos to one shot. Broncos on the attack. Williams gets it over to Barry. Again, 1-2-2 zone by the Mavericks. Now Richards, top of the key. Over to Williams. He gets it into Wyatt. Shot up and no good. Nobody to rebound for the Broncos. Mavericks on the attack. Rush crosses the timeline. Gets it over to Crawford. Crawford back to Rush. Three-point shot by Thayer. Up and no good. Rebound by Whitgren. Up and no good, but there's a foul. I think maybe that might be on Richardson. First foul on Richardson, second team foul on the Broncos.
Well, Coach Peckinpah has to be happy with his team's defensive effort tonight.
And here's Nick Whitgren, first free throw up and good. 3 points now for the 6'3" senior Nick Whitgren. 10-2 now, 2:41 to go here in the first period. Second free throw up and nothing but net. 11-2. Broncos on the attack. Williams, top of the key. Gets it over to Roddy Richardson.
Broncos have got to get something going here soon.
Yep. Here's a move. Shut up and no good by Barry. Rebound by Richardson. Up and good, and there's a foul.
That and one will fire up the crowd a little bit, but the Broncos have ways to go yet.
That foul's on Crawford. Now Monte Crawford, his first, team second. 2 team fouls on Richardson. Gets and one, as Jade said.
Broncos still trailing by 2 possessions.
3 points now for Richardson in the ball game. Shot up by Crawford, up and no good. Rebound by Whitgren, up, no good. Again, there's a shot up by Thayer, no good, and it's out of bounds off the knee. So 3 shots there in the paint, Jade, but Mavericks come away with nothing.
Broncos did a great job of boxing out, and now they'll have to take advantage of that Mavericks turnover.
Here's Williams over to Barry. Barry into Richardson. Richards, top of the key. Now over to Barry on the baseline. Three-pointer up and nothing but net.
That was Williams in the corner for 3
First three-pointer of the season for Brandon Williams. As the score now 11-8. Broncos double teaming all over the court. Here's a move made by Canoy.
Blocked by Wyatt.
Shane Wyatt with a major league block. We got a foul called on Nick Whitgren of the Mavericks as Richardson tried to make a baseline move. First team foul, or first foul on
Whitgren.
Whitgren, yeah. Third team foul on the Mavericks. Here's Williams with a three-pointer. Good. And this game is tied, and that's more like it.
Yeah.
Williams, 2 consecutive three-pointers here, and I think you might say he's back, Jade.
He is back, and that just shows you what the long-range game can do for a team. Within 2 minutes, the Broncos have pulled it.
Well, I don't know how long the Mavericks are going to stay in that zone defense. Here's a three-pointer by Crawford, up and good for the Mavericks.
Bit of an answer.
8 points now for Crawford for McCutcheon. Richardson trying to make a move at the top of the key. Back over to Williams. Williams going to try a three-pointer. Up and good.
He's feeling it now, Lou.
3 consecutive three-pointers by the Broncos and 3 consecutive by Williams. Timeout called now by Coach Peckinpah. It looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout. So we're going to keep it here with 53 seconds to go in the first period. Again, a nice crowd here at the Crawley Center. Friday night action, J&C Hoops. Now Whitgren crosses the half-court line. Man-to-man defense, sticky man-to-man defense by the Broncos. Over to Thayer. Thayer looking. Can't find anybody. Now over to Crawford. Crawford top of the key. He's looking for Rush. Guarded by Jesse Berry. Now back over to Thayer. Three-point shot by Whitgren, up and no good. Wide up for the rebound, and there's Rodney Richardson. He crosses half court, back over to Berry, and Berry stepped out of bounds in front of the McCutcheon bench. So Broncos turn the ball over. We're down to 21 seconds to go here in the first period. Here's a ball pass triggered by Rush, almost stolen by Williams as we're down to 15 seconds. Man-to-man press. Nope, we got an over and back call as a wild pass to Thayer, and he was already across the half-court line right in front of the scorer's table and threw back to a teammate, Corey Rush, for an over and back call. So we're down to 12.8 seconds. Ball's going to be triggered in by Colin Boltnick. Now he gets it to Williams. Williams taking his time here as we're down to 10 seconds as he crosses half court. Here's Richardson with a three-pointer up and rattles out as the buzzer sounds. And that ends the first quarter. So we're tied. 14 for McCutcheon, 14 for Lafayette Jeff. We'll take this 1 minute over to Jade.
Broncos have the ball. Ball triggered in by Colin Beltink to Brandon Williams. Williams inside to Wyatt. Tries to lay it in. No good. Rebounded by Corey Rush.
Be nice if he'd used the bank board there.
Yeah, that's what it's for. Clint Thayer now with the ball. A near steal by Brandon Williams. As Kanoy takes a shot. No good. But Nick Whitgren rebounds the ball. Takes a shot. No good. Rebounded by Roddy Williams. Brings it up the court. Kicks it out to Brandon Williams, who goes for a three. In and out. And a push, I believe, called by Shane Wyatt.
Boy, Jade, it looks like if Brandon would have waited maybe a half a second before he took that shot, Shane may have been in for that rebound. I think he might have rushed that shot just a little bit.
Yeah, well, he's looking to do what he did earlier, but seems to have cooled down a little bit as the time's gone on.
Yeah, they look really good there with 3 consecutive three-pointers by Brandon Williams.
As Nick Whitgren brings it up the court, just crosses half court, double teamed by Richardson and Berry. Pass inside, and 2-point shot good by Brad Kanoy. Now Brandon Williams passes the ball to the top of the key to Berry. Berry over to Richardson, who takes a three and gets it. Broncos take their first lead of the game, 17-16. 6:50 to go here in the second quarter. Nice square up by Roddy there as he, I think that's his spot. Nick Whitgren with a little behind the back move, doesn't fool Roddy Richardson. Nick Whitgren now to the wing to Clint Thayer. Inside to Corey Rush, who gets a quick 15-footer.
Well, I have to watch him circling around in there on defense.
He's fast. Brandon Williams at the top of the key now with the ball. Richardson fakes the shot. Goes inside to Shane Wyatt. Wyatt called for a travel in the paint. He just mishandled the ball a little bit, tried to take another dribble, and the stripes caught him.
Yep, he did a little head fake there, but then he moved his feet before he dribbled.
As now Nick Whitgren brings the ball, just crosses half court, and is met by Roddy Richardson. Playing some tough defense here. The top of the key to Clint Thayer. Now over to Corey Rush. Rush back to Whitgren.
Well, as you can see, the Mavericks are trying to be patient here on their shots. They're going to try, again, keep the score down if possible.
They're holding the ball quite a bit as Thayer goes in and is swatted by Shane Wyatt.
Second block shot. Oh, and there's a block shot on the other end.
Colin Beltink went for a layup and was blocked pretty hard by Alante Crawford. That's a good defensive effort by him.
Great defensive efforts on both ends of the floor.
Absolutely. That's been the story of the game tonight. As Whitgren goes inside, shot off the board, rebounded, and a three from the corner, no good by Canoy. As Richardson brings it back up the court. A crossover move. Now up to Williams at the top of the key, setting up a play. Gets a screen from Wyatt over to Barry. Barry takes a shot, no good. Rebounded by Wyatt. Out of bounds, and the Broncos will maintain possession.
Well, I wish Shane would have just came down and then back up instead of trying to pump that back up.
Yeah, he tried to do a little set move like in volleyball into the goal and didn't work, but fortunately the Broncos maintain possession. And now Colin Beltink will trigger the ball in. Broncos set to key it in, but Coach
not sure. There's a little delay here as they're trying to get the net straightened out on the Bronco basket.
Oh, okay.
I still think the ball went through, but kind of rippled up there a little bit. So
okay, here we go. Now Beltink triggers it into Richardson. Back over to Beltink from the corner for a three. Good. Beltink gets his first score of the night.
Nice shot by the left-hander.
That was. He had a few of those in the last game. Now Whitgren with a drive inside. Shot doesn't go, but he's fouled.
4:55 to go here in the second period. Broncos on top by a score of 20-18.
Foul was called on Roddy Richardson. His second now of the game, as Whitgren's first free throw is good.
They shoot free throws pretty good, Jade. I don't think they missed yet. We got a substitution for the the Mavericks, excuse me.
Clint Thayer comes back in.
He was a starter.
Coach Beckenpaul, I'm sure, stresses those free throws as that can give you an edge in this kind of game. Whitgren makes this free throw, the game is tied. And he does. 20 all, 4:55 to go here in the second quarter. Brandon Williams brings the ball up to the top of the key. Pass inside. Tried to pass out to the wing, but was tipped by a Maverick player, so Broncos will maintain possession.
Just to the end of the Maverick bench here on our left as the Broncos are going right to left.
The ball triggered into Brandon Williams, inside of the paint to Wyatt, who turns around, doesn't get the shot to fall.
And again, nobody to rebound for the Broncos. They get one and done on a 15-footer by Wyatt.
Broncos pressing on defense now. They get it in to the Mavericks. Shot by Clint Thayer, no good.
Kind of intimidating defense there by Wyatt.
Definitely. Williams tries for fadeaway, has it partially blocked, but Wyatt comes down with a rebound. Barry with a shot. In and out. And now Whitgren.
I don't know what the percentages are, Jay, but the Broncos have gone real cold here in this second period.
They have. They started out cold, had a little hot streak that brought them back into it. Now they're cold again.
Good defense. Whoop. We got a kick ball.
Brandon Williams was going for the steal, almost had it, but as he came forward, he thought he had the ball, but he didn't quite have it, so it met his foot instead. Alante Crawford into Whitgren, who brings it up. A shift on defense, not a double team.
Yeah, the Broncos are trying to double team the ball as much as they can. You got Wyatt out here at the top of the key.
Now, Tyler Griffin with the ball over to Whitgren. He takes the three and gets it.
23-20 now. McCutcheon back on top with 3:32 to go here in the second quarter.
Williams to Richardson. Richardson back to Williams. Williams takes a shot from the top of the key. It's good. That was with a man in his face, so Williams ties it up with that three-point shot. 23 all, 3:15 to go here at the Crawley Center. Second quarter, excuse me.
Nice to see Williams hitting that nothing but net.
As now Alante Crawford, guarded heavily by Barry, gets it to Nick Whitgren, top of the key. Drives inside, tries a crossover move, doesn't really work.
Hawking defense by the Broncos.
Swatted.
Blocked shot by Wyatt. Again, a blocked shot by Shane Wyatt, but he throws the ball away.
That was an ill-advised pass by Wyatt, and now Mavericks, who have possession, will call a timeout. 30-second timeout, so
we're going to keep draw a foul underneath there as the Mavericks are going to trigger it in here in front of the Maverick bench as we're ready for action.
So Thayer inbounds the ball to Whitgren, brings it up the court slowly. Just now crosses half court. He's met at the top of the key by Richardson, so passes it over to Clint Thayer. Thayer now to Rush.
Again, man-to-man defense by the Broncos. It looks like the Mavericks are trying to lull the Broncos to sleep, but I don't think the Broncos are going to have anything to do with it.
Well, they're trying to find their shot selection right now, Lou, but in this defense, very tough to do that. Now, Alante Crawford to Rush. Now to Thayer.
Nobody anywhere close to the paint on offense for the Mavericks.
Nowhere. They're just passing around the perimeter.
Again, we're at the 2-minute mark here in the second period. The game tied 23 apiece.
Crawford gets the ball now. Holds it at the top of the key. Now finally something happens. A foul. Unexpected foul called on Roddy Richardson. I believe he pushed him down in the paint.
Yeah, there was a screen called, and Roddy, instead of going around it and having somebody call and screen, he just ran over the guy. So
that's Richardson's third foul, I believe, of this half. So Nick Stacy will come into the game now for him. The sophomore seeing his first minutes this game.
Mavericks at the baseline. Here's a shot.
Whitgren takes a shot and is no good. Rebounded by Barry. And
looks like it's going to be a foul on
Alante Crawford.
Yep. Fourth team foul on the Mavericks. 5 team fouls have been called on the Broncos here. Again, the game's tied. 1:45 to go here in the second period.
Now Williams brings the ball up the court. Takes a shot at the top of the key. 3 ball.
I don't think that hit anything.
That didn't hit anything but the court.
As you can hear the Maverick cheering section hollering air ball, air ball.
So now Griffin passed it over to Thayer. And
got an illegal screen call on number 12.
Griffin. So now it's 1:21 here in the second quarter, or second period, excuse me. Game all tied up at 23. And the Broncos get it into Brandon Williams. Brings it up the court. Quick pass to Barry in the wing. Takes a 3 and gets it.
Nice shot by Jesse. He gets like that and scores away, Jade. He's going to get nothing but net all night long.
We've seen it, Lou.
Same thing with Brandon.
Now Rush at the top of the key.
Under a minute to go here in the second period.
It's a Whitgren. Quick pass inside to Crawford. Takes a layup, but was guarded heavily and couldn't even get it near the rim. Barry brings it up to the top of the key. Broncos trying to set something up. To the corner. Belting makes a pretty wise move. Didn't have anybody open, so he just threw it off a Maverick player, and now the Broncos will get the ball out of bounds.
Corey Rush is getting a little lesson out there for the official. He thought that Boltnick traveled, but he didn't, and he was letting the referee know, and the referee said, hey, I'm going to referee, and you're going to play.
Inbounds pass to Wyatt. who gets a quick layup.
Nice ball movement by the Broncos here as they 30 seconds to go, and they open up a 5-point lead here in the second quarter.
2-possession lead now for the Broncos as Thayer guarded up top by Shane Wyatt. Now to Rush, bring it around the perimeter. An attempted screen is foiled.
10 seconds here.
Mavericks will probably have the last shot taken by Whitgren, and it's a quick 3-footer. Williams makes a half-court prayer that doesn't go. So going into halftime, score 28-25. Broncos leading the Mavericks. Williams and Richardson trifecta goes here as the
Mavericks triggered in. Corey Rush, top of the key, guarded by Williams. Now over to Nick Whitgren. Whitgren over on the far side, trying to make a move at three-point line. Hawked by Roddy Richardson. Man-to-man defense again by the Broncos. As McCutcheon's just kind of passing it around. Nobody even close to the paint area. They're all at the top of the key or farther out on the wings. Here's a drive by Whitgren. Shot up and by Griff, no good. Rebound up and good by Clint Thayer.
Nobody for the Broncos boxing out, and that's going to cost them rebounds.
And Coach Buttle not happy with the Broncos, and he calls a 30-second timeout. If my memory, we're going to keep it here. If my memory serves me right, that's, and Jesse Berry for that matter. As the Broncos triggering in at half court, here's Williams. Berry, double team, back over to Williams. Williams into Wyatt. 17-footer good by Shane Wyatt. First 2 points for Shane in the ball game. 30-27 now. 3-point lead for the Broncos. 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. They're a backward screen. Whitgren can't make the play over to Rush. 3-point shot by Crawford is good. So Alante Crawford with his second 3-pointer, as he's got 9 points now. Looks like we're going to have somebody. Well, we had something thrown on the floor as the referees called timeout to get that. I'm not exactly sure whether that was a piece of candy or what, but.
Well, they were throwing candy to Jeff's student section at halftime, so maybe a piece snuck play on the floor.
Yeah, I don't think any throw it to anybody in particular on the floor. Again, looks like a zone defense. Richardson with a 3, up and no good. Boltnick tried to get a rebound, but he got out-hustled by Griffin for the Mavericks. Gets it into Rush. Rick Peckinpah calling a play as Rush crosses half court. He's hawked by Williams. Now over to Whitgren. Whitgren into Thayer. Thayer at the top of the key. Crawford. Back over to Whitgren. Whitgren gets a screen by Thayer. Whitgren, 10-footer up and no good. Rebound by Richardson. Over to Williams at the top of the key. Into Wyatt. Wyatt, another 17-footer. Nothing but net. So
Wyatt from the same exact place as before.
Yeah, I think that's his spot.
Now with 6 in the game.
32-30. Broncos on top. 5:54 to go here in the third period. And a man defense again by the Broncos. Here's a pass underneath the basket to Crawford. Up and no good, but he's fouled. Looks like that foul may go on
Jesse Berry.
Jesse Berry.
Yeah,
it is on Berry.
There. He got beat to the basket and tried to make up for it, but that's not the way to do it.
Berry has 2 fouls. I know for a fact Rodney Richardson's got 3 because he was taken out there with about a minute to go before halftime. Shot up and no good by Whitgren. Whitgren with 4 points. 32-30. Broncos on top. Whitgren, second free throw, up and nothing but net.
Actually, I think that was Crawford at the
Crawford?
line. So that was...
Yeah, it was Crawford. I'm sorry.
Crawford.
I saw the 0 there, but I couldn't tell. Here's Berry. Driving layup, no good, but he's called for traveling. So turnover for the Broncos. Again, they had 5 in the first half. 6 turnover by the Broncos. 5:40 to go here in the third period. 32-31. Broncos on top. Mavericks on the attack. Here come Whitgren. Cross half court. He gets it over to Crawford. Crawford guarded by Jesse Berry. Again, Thayer, top of the key. Again, nobody even close to the paint for the Mavericks. They're working the ball around. Here's a 10-footer by Rush, up and good. So 10-footer by Corey Rush.
Mavericks now have the lead, 33-32 here with 5:06 left in the third quarter.
Another turnover, and we got another timeout called by Scott Bunnell. Going to be a full timeout. We're going to take a 1-minute break here with the score Mavericks 33, Jeff 32. You're listening to Jew. Fourth timeout called by Coach Scott Bunnell of the Broncos as the Mavericks triggered in, and he was not happy. As Whitgren, half court, gets it into Griffin. Again, man-to-man defense by the Broncos. Nobody close to the paint for the Mavericks as they're working the ball, just working the ball around. Rush, top of the key. Now back over to Griffin, and we got an illegal screen called on Corey Rush. Yep. First foul on Rush, first team foul for the Mavericks.
Now a substitution for the Broncos. Zach Keener re-enters the ballgame after having a tooth injury in the first quarter.
Yeah, Keener was a starter for the Broncos. Keener driving to the baseline. Loses it now back. Here's Richardson with a long three-pointer, and it is good.
Wow. That was from a ways out there, Lou.
Yeah, that was way out there. So I've got Roddy with 6 points unofficially. Mavericks turn the ball over as a pass mishandled by Crawford in the paint. So the Broncos leading by 2 here, 35-33, 4:17 to go here in the third period.
Actually, Lou, I think Richardson has 9 now because he had 6 at halftime.
Okay. That's why I said unofficial, Jesse.
Yeah, unofficial.
Jesse Berry with a 3, no good. As rebounded by Nick Whitgren. Whitgren over to Crawford, now back to Rush. Rush back to Crawford. Crawford baseline shot stolen by Jesse Berry. He's down side right in front of the table here. We got a foul on the floor. I think that's going to be on Crawford. Nope, we got number 4. That's Corey Rush. I got him for 2. Second team foul on the Mavericks, and he's being replaced by number 22, Brady Canoy. Zach Keener's going to trigger in the inbounds baseline. Gets it into Richardson. Back over to Berry. Berry now. Richardson going for a layup. Can't get it. Gets his own rebound up and misses it again. Holy mackerel, Jade.
He got a little excited about that rebound and then didn't finish when he went to the basket.
Oh, man, I hate to see those being missed. Here's Rush, cross half court. Gets it over to Whitgren. Whitgren guarded by Richardson. Now Whitgren just holding it. Now over to Thayer. Thayer at the top of the key. Back over to Whitgren. Pass thrown into the paint, and nobody's there. 3:16 to go. Broncos key it in. Williams crosses the half court, 35-33. Williams gets it over to Richardson. Here's a long three-pointer. It's good, and he's fouled as Corey Rush tried to, I don't know where a blocker get that, steal a pass, but he pushed Richardson as he was shooting a 3. Got nothing but net, and we're going to get and 1 here on a three-pointer. So Broncos now lead 38-33.
They have a chance to get a 4-point play here.
Doesn't happen very often. 38-33, Broncos on top. 3:07 to go here in the third period.
Richardson fired up about that last play. I do not expect him to miss on this free throw.
Free throw by Roddy's up and no good.
Oh, he did
Rebounded by Crawford of the Mavericks. Crawford brings the ball up himself. He crosses half court. Now over to, there's Crawford. Guarded by Jesse Berry. Too many hands by Jesse. Going to be a third personal foul, I think, on Berry. Second team foul called on the Broncos here in the second half. Ball is going to be triggered in by Whitgren. Whitgren into Thayer. Thayer back over to Rush. Rush going to drive to the basket. Stops. Now back over to Thayer. Thayer gets it to Whitgren. He's at the top of the key. Back over to Rush. Rush on the sideline. Back over to Thayer. Thayer gets it to Whitgren, and we got a illegal, or we got an out of bounds.
Travel called, actually.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
Yeah, he did travel.
Coach was right in front of the referee. I couldn't see. I just know he pointed toward the Bronco basket. So turnover for the Mavericks. They're trailing by 5 here. 2:30 to go in the third period. Williams over to Richardson. Again, a three-point shot. Up and no good. Triggered out of bounds off of the Broncos. Ball belongs to the Mavericks.
Well, Wyatt went up for the rebound. Very physical, but tipping off his hand, and nobody could get to it in time. So.
Yeah, looks like we got some moisture in the paint. And the Bronco end of the Crawley Center. Referee getting that wiped up as we're about ready for action again. 2:23 to go. 38-33 Broncos on top of the Mavericks here in the third period. Now a double team on Whitgren. Whitgren gets it over to Rush. Rush guarded by Williams. Now back over to Whitgren, top of the key. Again, nobody in the paint for the Mavericks. They'll work the ball around Thayer. Guarded by Wyatt. Shot underneath the basket. Screen and good by Crawford as he got a screen set for him and got around and got a bucket and a foul. So fouls on 32. That's Jesse Berry.
I believe that's his fourth foul. He's just been, what's happening is he'll let a guy get past him and go to the basket, and then he'll try and make up for it. And you can't do that because, you know, you'll get in foul trouble. And Berry, a pivotal part of this team, is now sitting on the bench, replaced by Nick Stacy.
Yep, Nick Stacy, a 5'11" sophomore. There's a bucket, again, was good by Crawford. He's going to get an and one here if he hits this free throw, and he does. That closes the gap, 38-36, 1:55 to go here in the third period. Broncos on top. Williams into Wyatt. Wyatt with a 10-footer, good.
Wyatt hits the turnaround again. That's been working for him a lot tonight, Lou.
Yep. Shane playing a good ball game right now. Mavericks on the attack. Rush, top of the key, gets it over to Crawford. Crawford trying to make a move on Stacy. Now over to Whitgren. Whitgren top of the key again. Nobody close to the paint. There's a steal by Williams and a foul by Rush. Quick hands there, Jade.
Well, Williams went in rather aggressively to jar the steal, and some of the Maverick fans believing it was a hard foul, and maybe could have been, but that's not how you react to that. You just keep going. You don't come over. As Rush fouled pretty aggressively back.
Brady Canoy now coming in for Rush as he committed his third foul. 4 team fouls on the Mavericks, 3 team fouls on the Broncos. Williams on the attack, gets it into Keener on the baseline. Back over to Stacy. Stacy throws it off the foot of Tyler Griffin for the Mavericks. Going to be triggered in by Zach Keener. Keener gets it into Williams. Williams, top of the key, making a move, and they call an offensive foul on Brandon Williams as he got a little chicken, as they call a chicken wing out there, and kind of pushed off. So 4 team fouls now, a player control foul called on the Broncos. 1:14 to go. Mavericks on the attack. Here comes Nick Whitgren, cross half court, guarded by Brandon Williams. Now gets it over to Crawford. Crawford on the baseline drive, and he gets fouled. Looks like it's on the floor. Well, the question was he going up? And he said yes. The foul was on number Zach Keener for the Broncos. I thought maybe that might be on Shane Wyatt. Shane hadn't got a foul yet, Jade.
Well, that's certainly going to be an asset for the Broncos as this game goes on.
Alante Crawford, first free throw up and good. 40-37, exactly 1 minute to go here in the third period. Broncos on top. Well, we'll see with Jesse on the bench what effect that's going to have on the Broncos. Second free throw good by Crawford. 40-38. Roddy Richardson, three-pointer up and no good. And we've got a jump ball called. Possession's going to remain with the Broncos.
As you mentioned, Lou, Berry out right now with 4 fouls, and that'll affect the Broncos on both sides of the ball as he can shoot it and play tough defense.
And Williams into Wyatt, 17-footer up and good, and I'm telling you, Shane's got that shot down pat.
That
Jade.
little 17-foot turnaround in the paint is just working beautifully for Wyatt tonight.
40 seconds to go, 42-38. Mavericks on the attack. Here's Thayer, top of the key, gets it over to Griffin. Griffin being hawked over to Whitgren now, being hawked by Williams. We're down to 25 seconds, and we got a foul. Looks like Brandon Williams is going to reach in there. Not in the act of shooting, so the Mavericks are going to trigger it out of bounds. Foul on Williams. I got him for 2. Substitution for the Broncos. Colin Boltnick going in for Roddy Richardson. He's going to get a 24-second rest here. As I mentioned, 24 seconds to go in the third period. Broncos ahead 42-38. Here's Thayer. Now gets it into Whitgren. We're down to 20 seconds.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Mavericks just hold on to the ball and try and take the last shot of this quarter.
Williams being hawking Whitgren. Here's a shot up by Crawford, up and no good. And a putback up and no good as White gets the ball. 2-1. Turnaround by Keener, up and no good at the buzzer. So we've reached the end of the third period here. A very exciting ball game. Lafayette Jeff 42. Take you home here.
Whitgren now triggers the ball into Corey Rush. He brings it up. Pass quick inside to the paint to Crawford, who gets a quick lay-in. And
well, the Broncos went to sleep on defense, Jade.
They did, and the Mavericks took advantage of it. Now Roddy Richardson from the top of the key for a 3. Hits the net, but only the net, not the rim first, and that's not what they want.
That's the second time he's shot a three-pointer. Missed everything.
Rush now bringing it up the court. Passing the paint to Whitgren. Back up to the top of the key. With Rush setting up a play.
Man-to-man defense by the Broncos.
Whitgren now gets the ball. Passes it to Crawford. Mavericks dwelling mostly on the perimeter here as the Broncos defense pressing very hard. Crawford now drives into the paint. Quick 10-footer, and he gets it.
Tie game, Jade, 42. It's 7 minutes to go here in the ball game.
Tie game, and now Wyatt passes the ball to the top of the key to Brandon Williams, who takes a two-point shot and gets it.
Nice shot by Brandon.
Good shot selection, too. He took a step, pulled his man, and got the point. Crawford now gets the ball. A steal by Roddy Richardson as Crawford passes the ball backwards without seeing.
That's going to be a big key in the ball game, I think.
Barry now gets an and 1.
That's more like it.
That is. Barry rearing in this fourth quarter after being out in foul trouble, and right away makes a big play for the Broncos.
Little shake and bake move there, and I'm hoping everybody reminds him with 4 fouls because we really can't afford to have him not in there.
Well, if he can just hang on for another 6.5 minutes, play smart but aggressive defense, we'll be okay as Barry's free throw is up and good.
5-point lead now for the Broncos. 6:33 to go, 47-42.
Williams meets Whitgren at the half-court line. Now passes it to Rush. Swings it over to Kanoy from the wing. Shot no good. But rebounded by Crawford. Now to Whitgren. He takes the ball from the top of the key. A handoff to Crawford. Thayer almost mishandles the pass but hangs on to it. Broncos still playing tight defense. Whitgren thinks he sees a hole. Williams with him the whole time, and now a foul called on Brandon Williams.
Well, here's a big key in the ball game as the Broncos have just committed their 7th team foul, so the rest of the way, the Mavericks will be shooting 1 in bonus.
And with only a 5-point lead for the Broncos, they'll have to do some scoring themselves because Mavericks will not be going to the line, as you said, Lou, every time when a foul is committed.
Only 5 team fouls called on the McCutcheon Mavericks.
So Whitgren's first free throw up and no good. The first of a 1-and-1, so he won't get a second. Richardson with the rebound. Brings it up the court. Now passes to Williams. Williams to Barry on the outside. Back to Williams at the top of the key. Pass to the wing. Now into the paint, mishandled by Wyatt. But a quick steal, good thinking by Brandon Williams, so the Broncos still stay with the ball.
He was triple teamed there.
He was. Wyatt gets passed inside and gets a quick two-point layup.
I think one of the keys are going to be, Jay, the turnovers here. The Mavericks have made some key turnovers here in this last minute.
Absolutely. At halftime, the Broncos were leading in turnovers, but Coach Scott Bunnell got that taken care of. And now the Mavericks getting a little sloppy as Whitgren at the top of the key, guarded by Wyatt now. Crawford wide open in the corner, but air balls a three. Jesse Berry brings it up the court. 15-footer, no good. Belting
nobody in to rebound.
But
again, nobody in to rebound.
Mavericks, Coach Peckinpah now calls a timeout, and that's a 1-minute timeout, so.
We'll take this timeout. The Broncos leading 4 ships. Without them, their sponsorship, this broadcast wouldn't be possible. As back to Jade as the Mavericks triggered in here with 4:57 to go.
That's right, Lou. Clint Thayer gets it into Corey Rush. Hesitates, but then comes over the line. Half-court line. Pass to the top of the key to Thayer. Swings it out to Crawford, who goes inside for a layup. And as he elevates to get a layup.
Got to cover that baseline.
Definitely.
49-44, 4:35 to go in the ball game here. Broncos on the attack.
Williams now gets the ball at the top of the key. Three-point shot doesn't go for him, so he's been pretty silent here throughout the second half. He was a leader at halftime for the Broncos in scoring, but like I said, been quieted. Now Thayer at the top of the key with the ball, trying to make something happen here. Crawford gets the ball, swings it out to Rush, up to Whitgren, takes a 2-point shot, no good as Berry comes down with the rebound. Berry bring it up, swings it out to Belting, the wing takes a shot, doesn't take it, then to Berry, and Berry gets about a 17-footer.
Nice shot by Jesse.
Very nice.
51-44, Broncos on top, 3:47 to go. Mavericks on the attack.
Rush passes it to Crawford. Crawford back to Rush. Now Whitgren has it, guarded by Brandon Williams. Mavericks swing the ball all around the perimeter, but not really going inside. That's been the story mostly here in the second half.
That's right, Jade. The Broncos have been a man-to-man defense, and the Mavericks just kind of pass the ball around, nobody close to the paint.
They've been waiting for that one spot to open up, as usually you do in a man-to-man defense. Rush now to Crawford.
We're down to 3 minutes to go.
Whitgren takes a 3-point shot, doesn't go. I think he forced that one. Wyatt came down with the rebound. Now to Berry. Berry brings it up the court, swings it over to Roddy Richardson, who then drives the baseline. Kicks out to Williams for a 3-point shot.
There we go, the in and out move, Jade.
Yep. That was very well executed by the Broncos, and it got him a 3-point shot by their scoring leader, Brandon Williams.
And the Broncos had their largest lead of the ball game, 54-44, with 2:38 remaining.
Finally takes a double-digit lead as the ball was attempted to pass into the paint, but Richardson going for the steal, got his foot on the ball and went out of bounds. So Mavericks will maintain possession as Whitgren now triggers it into Corey Rush, bringing it up the court slowly. Broncos now playing a zone, I believe. And then Whitgren in the paint is swatted hard by Wyatt.
4th block that I've got down for him here in the ball game.
Yeah, he's certainly making a statement tonight on defense. The ball will maintain with the Mavericks, but if nothing less, fires up the crowd here at the Crowley Center.
Wyatt had a word with the official over there. I'm not sure what that was about, but we're back to action.
Broncos press very hard on the inbound play. Mavericks can't get it in, so they call a timeout. Coach Peckinpah is not happy about that.
4:44. Mavericks triggering in, back with the action. Here's Jade Washburn.
Corey Rush gets the ball off the inbound pass at the wing, takes a 3-point shot and immediately goes for him. Cutting the deficit to 7 now as Berry has the ball on the perimeter.
They put it in the deep freeze here now.
They certainly are, Lou. Williams fakes a move at the top of the key.
Just holding the ball.
Doesn't fool Corey Rush, is now Wyatt gets the ball and then goes to Richardson. Shake and bake move on the outside, doesn't fool anybody. Williams gets past his defender, but not for long.
150 to go.
Drives the baseline and gets a very physical layup. That's what the Broncos need, is to penetrate that paint. Now Rush bringing the ball up the court. Ball mishandled. Apparently stolen, but then the refs say that Colin Beltink was out of bounds. So Whitgren will trigger the ball in.
1:35 to go, 56-47. Broncos on top, triggered in by the Mavericks.
Type of alley-oop to Crawford, who just gets the ball and then kicks it out to Kanoy. And now a foul called.
That's going to be on Rodney Richardson. I think I've got him for his first foul, 18 fouls, so the Mavericks are going to shoot a 1-and-1 here with the clock stopped at 1:30 to go and a 9-point lead, 56-47 in favor of the Broncos.
After that foul, Richardson now has 4 on the game, as does Barry, so in the final minute and 30 seconds, they'll have to be careful so as not to get thrown out on fouls.
Well, he's both Jesse Berry and Roddy Richardson both have 4, as you mentioned.
Corey Rush gets the first 2 free throws.
56-48 now. And we've got some official discussions going on out here right now, and some maneuvers going on by the Broncos in the lane here, trying to get this rebound. I'm sure the Mavericks are going to press here right at whether this free throw is made or missed, Jade.
Rush's second free throw is up and good.
Full court press.
Triggers in. It is a full court press by the Mavericks, but responded well to by the Broncos as Shane Wyatt gets it in the paint. Pass out to Roddy Richardson. Back up to the top of the key to Williams, over to Barry.
Minute and 15 to go now.
Now out to Richardson, who drives the baseline again and gets a layup. Similar routine to his last one. As now Corey Rush at the top of the key, defended well by Richardson. Ill-advised pass is stolen by Williams, who goes up, gets the layup, and is fouled on his way up. So that'll be an and one.
Well, that's going to be an intentional foul, Jade, as Corey Rush grabbed the uniform of Brandon Williams as he's going in for a layup.
He did.
So that's going to be 2 free throws. Well, they're going to count the basket. That'll make the score 60-49.
He snagged his jersey there, so now.
Then this could possibly be, you could add it up because it's going to be the basket good, which is 2 points. Then he's going to get 2 free throws here, and the Broncos will have the ball out of bounds.
Gets the first one as he's all alone at the free throw line. Both teams behind the half-court line as he goes for his second and gets it.
62-49. That was a big play in this ball game.
That was not a very wise decision in the heat of the moment by Rush. I believe the foul was on.
Right.
Snagging his jersey, and Williams had the presence of mind to keep going and still get the basket, and that's huge for the Broncos, who will maintain possession after that. Richardson quickly keys it to Barry. Barry slides on the court and passes it to Williams.
50 seconds to go.
Now a foul on Brady Kanoy.
Going to be the bonus now for the Broncos. That's the 7th team foul called on the Mavericks here with 50.1 seconds to go. 62 for Lafayette Jeff and 49 for the McCutcheon Mavericks. Roddy Richardson with a 1-and bonus. Richardson
takes his first. No good. Free throw shooting's been a bit off-key tonight by Richardson. As now Kanoy drives inside. Goes for a layup, no good, gets his own rebound, still can't get it. Now this time Wyatt comes down with it.
35 seconds to go.
So the Broncos will just stick to the perimeter, I believe. See if anybody decides to foul.
Down to 25 seconds.
Williams at the top of the key, dribbling left and right. Just trying to fool Kanoy.
15 seconds to go in the game.
So the Broncos will most likely take the last shot in this game.
Yep, looks like they're going to get their 3rd victory of the season without a defeat.
Shane White now pumping up the student section right in front of him as time will expire. And that's the final here from the Collie Athletic Center. 62-4.
And Williams makes the pair. Jeff with some full court pressure here. Andrews is going to break the pressure, though, bring it into the front court with 55 seconds left. Wildcats down by 11. Left wing, it goes to Weir. And a near steal. Weir with it, top of the key. It was deflected. He got it back. Now Brown with it back to Weir. Very long three straight away. No. Rebound to Gamble. Gamble long pass ahead to Lewis. Lewis, the baseline, and he dunks! Lewis dunks and probably puts it away. 80-67, Jeff, 33 seconds left. Kokomo the other way. Summers with it. To Weir, long three again straight away. Got it. 80-70, 23 seconds left. Kokomo will take its final timeout with 22 seconds left in the game. But the big Lewis dunk ball season with those 18 wins in a row. Fogarty inbounding in backcourt, gets it into Richardson with 20 seconds to go. Kokomo needs to foul. Roddy to the front court, down low to Gamble. A pump fake. Gamble scores. Gamble with 24, 13 seconds left. 82-70, Jeff. Into the front court, Andrews for Kokomo. The Crowley Center fans on their feet as the three is missed by Andrews, rebounded by Richardson. 2 seconds, 1 second, the game is over, and Lafayette Jeff has won the sectional here for 2007-2008 by a final of 82-70 over the Kokomo Wildcats, their first sectional title since 2004. They'll move to 23-1 on the season.
And let's see, I think they may get Buford on the reach-in. No, correction on that. They're going to get Miller. That will be Miller's second. And Menem will go back to the free throw line.
Neal shooting right at 70% for the year. Tigers did a good job of working the clock, keeping the ball in the hands of good shooters.
First one away is good.
2-possession game at this point with the made free throw. That's crucial with 19 seconds to go.
51-47. Another big point opportunity here for Lebanon. Next one away is short. Holloman fights for the rebound, can't grab it, and Richardson brings it down for Jeff. Broncos need points. Outside for three is Buford. It is good. It is good by Buford. He hits the three, and Jeff takes the timeout. Your score, Lebanon 51, Lafayette.
In Lebanon, their phone number is 482-1300.
WIRE. 9 seconds to go. Tigers up by 1. They have the basketball. King with it. He's going to be fouled. Richardson comes over, commits the personal on Richardson. That will be his third. Ryan King will step to the free throw line. He's already had a solid night from the free throw line. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's 7 of 7 here tonight.
And we see Aaron Acton ready to check in for Josh Day in the situational timeout. Josh out there for possible free throws, and Aaron coming in to help guard the big man. Boy, these two are huge.
They are. First one away by Ryan is good. Still just a one-possession game. That three was huge. That Buford hit just moments ago for Jeff. One more coming here by King, and it's good. So
whatever you do not foul on a three-point shot.
No, you don't want to do that. 4 seconds remaining. Richardson with the ball. Forces up the jumper. It goes out of bounds. And that's going to be the contest. That will be the contest. And Coach Miller is following the official out of the gymnasium. Very upset with how this game ended here tonight.
Well, I mean, to be perfectly honest, Scott, it looks